It's exciting Indiana High School basketball on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Tonight's ball game is driven by Greg Hubler Ford and built by Universal Roofing and brought to you by Peterman Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning, by Werner Financial, Genesis Sports Performance, and by the Mower Shop. Indiana High School basketball on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Skip the gym membership and diet resolutions in 2024.
And make a resolution you'll want to keep for years to come.
Invest in your comfort this new year with a brand new heating and cooling system from Peterman Brothers.
And save some money too with up to $5,000 cash back.
Or 0% financing for 36 months.
Start the new year in style and comfort.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner.
And I'm Christy Calderon.
At Warner Financial, our vision is to redefine what it means to partner with a financial institution.
We bring together expertise and dedication with a relentless focus on your financial success.
Our drive is to create a strategy that aligns your unique goals by crafting tailored financial solutions to guide you through life's milestones.
Together, we'll navigate the complexities and turn financial challenges into opportunities.
Reach out today for a no-cost consultation and experience the difference of partnering with Werner Financial.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Welcome inside of Alexandria Monroe High School. It's senior night as the Alexandria Tigers look to face off with their Central Hoosier Conference rival, the Oak Hill Golden Eagles, driven to you by Greg Hubler Ford. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer inside of the jungle, the name dubbed to the gymnasium at Alexandria Monroe High School. Vince, it's been a couple weeks since we've been in action. We had to cancel one last week because of some weather that rolled in up north around my area, but now we're back. We got some good basketball ahead of us. The number 12 Alexandria Tigers looking to bounce back after a loss to LaPel earlier this month that dropped them down from being inside of the top 10 in 2A.
Yeah, at that point, Alexandria's had a little bit of a rocky ride since we've announced the game. Last time they lost a close battle to Blackford in the second half. Blackford ended up pulling away, but tonight's senior night, it's a different perspective as far as where they're at in the year. It's close to tournament time, so right now it's just pretty much sharpening out the whole roster, and all the loose ends tying up before you get into tournament time. There's no better opportunity tonight than to show what kind of performance your team can put out at full potential.
That loss to LaPel knocked them out of the Madison County tournament. Previous to that, they had beaten Frankton, who they've beaten already earlier this year. The final score of that one, 47-32. They lost to LaPel 48-31. That is their second loss to LaPel this season. Their fourth loss overall. They come into tonight 16-4. Oak Hill coming in with a 10-9 record. Not nearly as spectacular as that of Alexandria, but Oak Hill has had some tough competition on their schedule so far this year. They had a game canceled earlier this week against North Miami, presumably for some of that weather that rolled through. But like I said, some tough competition for them. Mississinawa, who's ranked high in the state. Jay County, who's also doing a great job. They also picked up a tough loss to Norwell, and it also looks like Western. So some 3A schools on the schedule for Oak Hill throughout their season. They play a little bit of tougher competition up in that class, and unfortunately some of those games just not going their way, especially in some big moments.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, though, to play some tougher competition. That way, even if your record doesn't show that you're maybe highly as ranked as some of those other teams, you get into the tournament with a better strength of schedule, and hopefully it pays dividends. I'm definitely that type of sports fan, that type of coach mentality, right, where you play the tougher teams and make sure that you're prepared for the postseason. It doesn't matter if you're not gearing to go undefeated and having one of those types of seasons. The record really shouldn't matter in terms of glossing over your win percentage. As long as you have the best chance possible to win that state championship in the end, that's really what matters most.
The great thing about the state of Indiana is that when it comes time for sectionals, everybody makes their way in. Everybody gets a bid. It's not like some of these other Midwest states where you have to qualify, be in a certain ranking in the state to make your way in. So when you look at kind of the breakdown of the sectionals, Alexandria will be in 2A sectional 40. They currently sit at 4th at 0-2 in their sectional play behind LaPel, Wapahani, and Monroe Central. Oak Hill, on the other hand, also sitting at 4th, but they come in with a 3-2 record in 3A sectional 23. So when you kind of make a little bit of a better comparison, I think, as to what you're looking at in the postseason, a much better record for Oak Hill in their overall sectional than for Alexandria.
Yeah, definitely. It's an extremely competitive sectional they have going there. Norwell is going to be tough to beat on the season at 17-4. One of the toughest teams in terms of durability throughout the season. So Oak Hill is just going to have to really see what they can do in terms of getting their girls to play at their best, ability, highest potential. At this point in the year, they've slipped a little, as you mentioned, but there's still an opportunity to get to the top of that sectional.
And when we look at some of the key players for this evening's matchup, obviously you go to Alexandria first on the home floor. We know that Jacqueline Hosier is going to play a big role. She's rolling into this evening as one of the top scorers in the 2A class. Actually, at one point a few weeks ago, she was the #1 scorer in points per game for the entire state in Class 2A. She averages 25.9 points per game coming into this one, along with 5.5 rebounds and 4.2 assists per game. So she's doing a lot of work on the offensive end, but I think the spotlight tonight more focuses on the seniors on the floor for this Tigers team, and that is senior Peyton Poley and senior Morgan Baker. Morgan Baker will be in the starting lineup tonight for senior night, obviously giving her an opportunity to get on the floor and have a pretty good performance in front of a home crowd one last time.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. As far as playing the seniors in the starting lineup, it's always a tradition that you like to see out there. For Alexandria tonight, though, I'd really say the key is going to be their defense. As long as they can keep up that tough kind of press that they play and tend to wear their opponents out early in the game, they execute like we've seen them play earlier in the year. They shouldn't have too hard of a time tonight. I expect them to really assert themselves early here in the first half, make sure that by halftime they have an established lead.
When you look at the Tigers and you focus away from big scorers and big-time names like Jacqueline Hosier, who are you going to look to tonight to kind of get active as well and help facilitate some of those points on the board and extend a lead?
Yeah, they've got a lot of good players who, contribute night to night, and some of them have double-figure scoring nights. Some of them will contribute in ways they don't show up in the box score, but I think Kellums and Harp are two players that really do a lot of things besides score. Both play defense, both can move the ball around. So when you've got players that can do a lot of things, especially Kellums inside with the rebounding ability, you got a lot of help for Hosier, who's pretty much taken on most of the sole scoring load.
I think Peyton Poley is another one to put out there as well. She brings a lot of energy to the floor in the starting lineup pretty consistently as a senior, and always a good thing to have one of your seniors out there on the floor with a lot of energy to light that spark underneath your team when you need it the most. Even in times when you don't need it as much and you're well ahead and the game is in your control, having that spark and a little bit of that extra passion on the floor goes a long way. For Oak Hill, I think one of the more interesting things is they seem to have a lot more height and length across the floor overall as a team than the Tigers. But the record may not show necessarily how competitive this game could end up being this evening.
Yeah, at the same time, Oak Hill, presents some sort of a challenge in terms of size here. It's going to be interesting to see the way they line up defensively, because if they can keep up with Alexandria, it's going to make things real interesting. I expect them to come out, and prioritize the defensive end more so. That way, later on in the game, you can wear them down and hopefully take the, momentum push.
There's only one player for the Lady Golden Eagles that averages in double digits. That's number 33, Liz Godfrey. 10.1 points per game, only at 1.7 rebound, and less than 2 assists per game is that. The next closest after her is number 10, Landry Hardman, a freshman with 7.4 points per game. This is a very young Oak Hill team. Both teams have only 2 seniors on their roster. For Oak Hill, it's Olivia Shaw and Ruth Tripp. For the Tigers, obviously, Peyton Pulley and Morgan Baker. So it's going to be a competitive matchup tonight. You're a betting man. Go ahead and give me what you think the outcome is going to be for this evening.
Yeah, as far as this matchup, I would definitely take Alexandria. Probably the line on the game, I'd put it 7.5. I expect it to be a few possessions game here. Even if Oak Hill presents a big challenge and keeps the whole thing close, I would expect the Tigers to pull away late here. So we're going to Alexandria by a few.
Few seconds to the national anthem. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with your starting lineups, powered by Werner Financial. That's what's coming up right after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com. The Mower Shop in Fishers helps you stay safe in the snow. Come check out our full selection of Honda and Toro snowblowers. Save time and never worry about being snowed in. We carry snow thrower parts and accessories with super fast shipping. Just need maintenance or repairs? We offer that too, and we'll even deliver to you. Visit us at The Mower Shop. Family owned for more than 20 years. We're just west of State Road 37 in Fishers, or shop online at themowershop.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner of Warner Financial. When it comes to your 401k, you deserve a partner who values your retirement dreams as much as you do. We believe that your 401k is more than just an account. It's a strategy tailored to fit your unique circumstances. Our approach isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding you. Whether you're just starting your career or counting down the days until approaching retirement, we're here to ensure your 401k aligns perfectly with your future. Ready to make your 401k work for you? Contact us today for a personalized consultation.
Back inside of the jungle at Alexandria Monroe High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. This broadcast driven by Greg Hubler Ford, and it's time for your starting lineups for the number 12 Alexandria Tigers, who come into the night 16-4, and the Oak Hill Golden Eagles, who come into the night 10-9. Those starting lineups powered by Werner Financial. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer on the call. I'm going to hand it over to Vince. Go ahead and take us away with the starting 5 for those visiting Oak Hill Golden Eagles.
So as far as starters tonight, Oak Hill is putting out Olivia Shaw, number 5, number 10, Landry Hardman, number 31, Lydia Trexler, 33, Liz Godfrey, and 45, Morgan Gates.
And for the hometown team, the number 12 Alexandria Tigers, coached by head coach Mickey Hosier, 16-4 on the year, number 12 in the state in Class 2A. It's number 12, the senior Peyton Pulley, number 14, junior Lily Harp, number 10, junior Kylan McFall, number 22, senior Morgan Baker, and number 24, the big name on the team, junior Jacqueline Hosier, over 1,000 points in her career as just a junior and climbing her way in the ranks of all-time scoring in Alexandria Monroe High School girls basketball history. Very competitive matchup on the docket for us tonight. You can see now getting into the full atmosphere and full readiness of a home game for Alexandria. I still think this is one of the coolest entrances and one of the best atmospheres that we have called a game at so far this year.
Yeah, they put the lights down. They take things really seriously here, but you think about, I'm doing some quick math just about Jacqueline Hosier's career, and obviously there's sectional regionals, state championships, those kind of team aspirations, but when you look at individually, if she scores 25, 30 a game the rest of her career, she could look towards 2,000. Maybe kind of a steep goal, but still reachable.
One of the more impressive players that I think that we have both seen in a long time, especially for girls basketball in the state of Indiana, which continues year in and year out to produce young and old talent as well. I think Indiana is the best state in the country to watch some high school basketball in.
Probably when you look in terms of history and everything, both on the men's and women's side, a lot of decorated history in terms of teams, individuals, the whole 9 yards.
The Tigers take to the center circle and get in a huddle. Oak Hill taking to the floor as well. Wait to see who is jumping for Oak Hill. It would appear that Morgan Cates, the freshman, will be jumping for the Golden Eagles. Jumping for the Tigers, number 22, Morgan Baker, the senior, making her way into the starting lineup this evening. Officials give the whistle. Ball is in the air, and it is a loose one. It's going to be Alexandria basketball to start. Lily Harp on the far side. Goes down to the corner for three. It's no good from Kylan McFall. Offensive board pulled in by Peyton Pulley. Pulley finds Harp on the left wing. Off the drive. Finds McFall far side, hands it off to Hosier, and she'll bring it back out to the half-court line. Over to the right side to McFall. Up top for Harp. Harp shades to her left, tries to find Hosier, cutting back door. Ball is out of play. Last touch by the Tigers, and it will be Golden Eagles basketball. Quick sub already in for Alexandria. That's number 3, Olivia Jones.
So they look like, first like they were going to rush there, but they did a good job of slowing down and trying to make the most out of that possession. Just a sloppy turnover, but they got it right back.
The full court press pays off. Jacqueline Hosier tries a three from the far side corner. It's no good. Up to the top of the key to McFall. Her straight ahead three will hit the back iron and touch the tether that holds the basket to the top of the gym. That's out of play, and it'll be a Oak Hill basketball once again. No score yet. 7:19 left in the first.
Yeah, good steal to get another opportunity. That's something the Tigers do best right now, still playing that tough press defense that usually gives teams havoc.
And Oak Hill using a lot of time, and 10 seconds is called. The defense for the Tigers holding out and making a stand. Gives it right back to their offense, who has struggled with the first couple of possessions so far here tonight.
Yeah, that can be frustrating if it happens time and time again, but that first couple times, just taking a little bit of extra time and making sure you don't throw sloppy passes, may be a little beneficial for him.
Hosier working towards the far side, comes back near to Harp. Harp all the way across the floor to McFall on the right wing. McFall loses her dribble and goes back out to Hosier towards the logo. Hosier gets a screen from Harp. Moves to the left wing off the drive, kicks out McFall. Top of the key to Jones. Jones drives with the right. Nowhere to go. Back up top to Harp. Great defense from the Golden Eagles. McFall comes open on the far side. Passes up a three. Finds Jones left side wing. Back up top for Harp. Into the paint with the left. Switches to the right and finally finds a basket for Alexandria. 2-0 the score. Almost 2 minutes elapsed in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was hard to find an open shot there. Every single time they stopped dribbling. Oh, nice steal by Hosier.
Big steal from Hosier, looking for a foul call. She won't get it. It's headed up the floor with the Golden Eagles in the hands of Hardman. Hardman pickpocketed by Jones and pressed into the backcourt. Hardman top of the key. Goes left baseline, skip pass out to the left wing to Godfrey. Godfrey back up top to Hardman. Hardman again to Godfrey. Skip pass left baseline to Shaw. And we've got a foul on the floor. Ooh, jump ball called. A lot of contact, but the possession arrow stays with Oak Hill. 5:41 on the first quarter clock, and it's a 2-0 lead for Alexandria.
Yeah, she did a good job keeping her hand on the ball. Kind of forced her to lose her balance as well, but it's still Golden Eagles ball. That's their third turnover now off that inbounds pass.
Hosier all by herself. Counted and one. Jacqueline Hosier fights through contact, scores it from the right, and draws the foul on number 31, Lydia Trexler, her first and the first on the Golden Eagles in the quarter.
Yeah, if she has an open lane, it's going to be hard to stop that entire fast break. She was in the lead and just took care of business there. 4-0 with a free throw coming.
And she makes it the old-fashioned three-point play. 5-0 is the lead now for Alexandria, and they will stick with the full-court press. Hardman Gets it across half court to Cates. Cates to the left block to Trexler, who can't score. Second chance opportunity for Cates, no good. And a foul called on the floor. A lot of contact down there in the paint put on by Alexandria. The foul goes against number 22, Morgan Baker, her first, and the first on the Tigers in the quarter. She'll take a seat. Coming in for her is Riley Kellums.
Yeah, we can already tell that second chance opportunities are going to be a huge deal here. The height of the Golden Eagles is becoming an issue. They had 2 offensive rebounds, and they're getting the ball back.
Hardman at the top of the key for Oak Hill off the inbound. Moves towards the near side. Drives right baseline. Kick out, left wing. Cates 3 on the way is well short and is picked up by McFall. Foul called. It'll go against Landry Hardman for Oak Hill. And no foul. They'll elect to say that one just went out of play. Hosier brings it up the floor for Alexandria. 3 minutes gone by in the first. Just a 5-0 lead for the Tigers. Loose ball corralled by Hardman, and we've got another jump ball called. Possession arrow sticks with Alexandria. Kind of a slow start to the game for both sides, as now Trinity Ford comes in to take the place of Kylan McFall for Alexandria.
Yeah, it's just kind of been a sloppy start to the game so far. The hustle's been there. There's just been a few turnovers, and then Alexandria just hasn't really converted on any of them. At this point in the game, Golden Eagles are going to have to get a basket here. It's almost halfway through the first quarter. But you can see the Tigers are doing their normal thing. The press is working.
Ford passes up the 3, tries to go cross court to Jones. It's batted in the air. The ball stays in offensive possession with Alexandria. Right wing Ford, down to the right baseline to Kellums. Tries the turnaround jumper. It's no good. And the ball is pulled down by Oak Hill. Still a 5-0 lead almost halfway through the first. Headed the other way, it's Godfrey on the right wing. Down to the right corner to Hardman. Hardman goes inside the lane to Shaw, who finds the bottom of the net for the first time for Oak Hill. 5-2, still a 3-point lead for Alexandria.
There's really good chemistry going inside there, passing it around. They've just got to look for their ladies inside, and some of those inside passes are going to be beneficial for them.
Ford pulls a 3 from the far side, too strong. Offensive board for Jones. She'll send it back to the top with Hosier.
Yeah, one thing that the Tigers have to watch is not getting too trigger happy. When Ford comes into the game, sometimes her and the rest of the team really rely on perimeter shooting, which can be a good thing if you're hot, but in this situation, there's no reason to force it. Still a one-possession game. Points are already hard to come by.
Erica Newhouse checks in for Morgan Cates on the side of Oak Hill. Streaking up the floor is Hardman. Stops her momentum. Left wing 3 on the way for Godfrey is a little far right. Offensive board. Count the bucket and 1 on the other end for Lydia Trexler to make it 5-4. Lady Tigers still lead the Golden Eagles by 1.
Yeah, it's one of the best jobs you'll see of sticking with the play and not giving up. Everyone else was starting to go back on defense, but she had that and was able to get it up at the very last second. Good shooting for him, but the free throw is going to be off.
Free throw is off, but we got a lane violation, so Trexler will retry. 3:32 left on your first quarter clock. 5-4 is the lead for Alexandria over Oak Hill. And the makeup free throw is good. We're all knotted up at 5, and Hosier brings it up the floor. Top of the key, it's Harp. Skip pass, Ford, right wing 3 is no good. No love from the rim on that one. Offensive board again, and it's back up top to Hosier. Takes it into the lane. A lot of contact, no foul call. But the ball is out of play. Officials say last touch by the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, that was a tough one, except in that instance, they didn't call a foul just because everyone had their feet on the ground. She had contact, though, by multiple different players.
Hosier tangled up in the lane, and we got a foul call as the tangling led Hosier to the floor. The foul goes against Lydia Trexler. That'll be her second, and the second on the team in the quarter. Back in for her is Morgan Cates.
So you've still got height in there if you're Oak Hill, but it's really frustrating to score right now. Alexandria turns it over off the inbounds, and Golden Eagles on a 5-0 run get the ball back.
Newhouse at the logo for Oak Hill. Newhouse to the right baseline, and good defense by Trinity Ford to bat the pass attempt from Olivia Shaw out of play. Checking back in, Stella Griffin for the first time tonight for Alexandria. So it's Griffin, Ford, Harp, Kellums, and Hosier on the floor for the Tigers.
Yeah, if you're Oak Hill, you got to feel pretty comfortable at this point. That press hasn't really came around for a few minutes. You're doing a good job of finding your teammates inside, and that's what they're seeming to do right now, just breaking them down little by little. Can't exactly find it, but doing a good job of sticking with that strategy right now.
And this is going to be called a backcourt violation. Lady Eagles pestered big time by the Alexandria defense. 2:37 on the first quarter clock, still a 5-5 score. And Hosier will bring it up the floor for the Tigers and hand the ball off to Harp.
Yeah, it's been a few minutes since any points, so they're looking for anything they can get, but they're having a really hard time getting inside the paint without getting doubled or having somebody come there. But another turnover. That's 2 in a row for Alexandria.
That time it was Ford who lost her handle on the basketball, and it goes out of play. In the backcourt is Newhouse. She'll bring it up for the Golden Eagles. And Coach Hosier visibly frustrated with that as Trinity Ford hit the deck looking for the push off against Newhouse.
Yeah, it was a tough break right there. There's been a lot of contact so far, a lot of no calls, and both sides starting to get a little tense.
Left side, it's Newhouse. Back to the logo to Hardman. Hardman, nowhere to go in the paint. Newhouse trapped at the logo. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. We got a 5-5 ball game, and 5 seconds is called against Erica Newhouse. Gives the ball back to Alexandria.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on right now. It's really hard to focus whether you're a coach or you're a ref. You know, on every area of the court, it seems like there's a few different extracurricular things happening.
Hosier, left side wing, pulls a three. It's no good. And the board is going to be pulled in by Olivia Shaw. And the foul goes against Trinity Ford on the floor for Alexandria. Her first and the third on the team.
Yeah, they're just a little bit confused right now on offense. Tigers are having a tough time at least getting an open shot. Oak Hill's just spreading their defense out, doing a good job of not letting any shooter open.
Pressure in the backcourt again from the Tigers. And the Eagles get it across. Top of the key, it's Newhouse. Newhouse to the near side wing. Skip pass to the far side now to Godfrey. Back up top, Hardman. Godfrey and Hardman playing some catch at the top of the key. Hardman pickpocketed by Trinity Ford. It's in the backcourt, and no backcourt violation as Ford was the last to touch. Near side wing, Newhouse tries to find Godfrey in the paint. Instead, it's taken away by Hosier. Less than a minute to go in the first. Harp on the right side wing for the Lady Tigers. And a foul called on the floor against Oak Hill.
At this point, Tigers probably want to get to the free throw line as quick as they can. Unfortunately, they're not quite in the bonus yet. But both teams now, it's been no points on the board for over 2 minutes. It's really been a back and forth battle of violations and missed shots here.
Foul goes against Landry Hardman, her first third on the team. Hosier at the free throw line, backs her way out to the volleyball line. Goes to the left side wing to Ford. Back up top, Hosier. Right side wing. Griffin, three, no good. Board pulled in by Shaw, and she'll hand the ball off to Newhouse to come up the floor. Hardman at the top of the key. Hands it back off to Shaw, now to the left side wing to Hardman. Hardman back up top to Shaw. And we've got another foul on the floor, this time against Alexandria. It goes against Trinity Ford, her second, fourth on the team. Kylan McFall checks back in for Ford. And Alex Myers will check in to give Landry Hardman her first break of the evening.
Yeah, a lot of substitutions in this first quarter. It's going to be interesting to see if they keep it the rest of the way here, because all these possessions seemingly long, but there's a lot going on.
Godfrey, far side, goes down to the left block to Cates, and we got another foul on the floor against Alexandria with 9.3 seconds left on the game clock. It's still a 5-5 ball game, and now Morgan Cates has an opportunity to give Oak Hill their first lead of the contest. Foul goes against Stella Griffin, her first, 5th of the quarter for Alexandria. Here's the first shot from Cates, and it is through. Golden Eagles have their first lead of the evening, 6-5. One more shot at the line coming up for Cates.
Seems like every point tonight's going to be crucial. Really low-scoring first quarter and really bad foul at the end there to give them 2 free throws.
Cates is perfect, 2 for 2. It's a 7-5 lead. 5 seconds on the clock. 3 on the way is no good from McFall. And the ball is reined in by Newhouse, and after the first quarter, low-scoring affair at Alexandria. It's a 7-5 lead for Oak Hill over the number 12 ranked Alexandria Tigers. 1 minute, and then we're back for the start of the second quarter right after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Hello, I am Jason Warner, President and founder of Warner Financial. At Warner Financial, we understand that your financial journey is as unique as you are. That's why we offer a comprehensive suite of investment options, from custodial accounts for your children, individual retirement plans for business owners, to exploring the details of a 401k. Our team is dedicated to guiding you through every potential strategy. We want to be the partner who helps you navigate a world of possibilities. If you're ready to embark on your investment journey, contact us today, and let's get started.
Back live at Alexandria Monroe High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford. Start of the second quarter, it's a 7-5 lead for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles over the Alexandria Tigers. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer in the booth for you this evening. A missed opportunity for Oak Hill. Ball is out of play, and it'll be Alexandria basketball with 7:38 left in the first half.
It was a rough end of that first quarter right there. We saw a big scoring drought from both teams, 2 free throws at the end of the quarter, but right now Alexandria is going to look to get their feet back under them and strike back.
Hosier, right corner, finds Harp cutting to the basket, and Harp's pass to Kellums is taken away by Erica Newhouse. She'll bring it up the floor for Oak Hill. Nice wide open bucket for Liz Godfrey to make it 9-5 in favor of the Eagles, and good vision as well from Landry Hardman.
Yeah, look at the space. Oak Hill seems like they just really needed to get comfortable mentally, physically, kind of the whole feeling out process, but now they look like they're cooking and players in the right places at the right time. Another rebound right there, almost another rebound by Newhouse.
Hosier top of the key. Euro steps into the lane through traffic. Her shot no good. Riley Kellums pulls down the offensive board and will head to the stripe for 2. Foul goes on Erica Newhouse. That is her first and the first on the Golden Eagles in the quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to not foul underneath every single time. There's been a lot of opportunities where it's been missed layups, fouls right before the shot attempt. So really good opportunity here for Alexandria to get some points back.
First shot for Kellums. No good. Trinity Ford checks back in. And we'll take Kylan McFall out. So it's Ford, Kellums, Hosier, Harp, and Jones on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Second chance for Kellums is good to make it a 9-6 ball game. 6:47 left before we head to halftime.
Yeah, they're not really being affected too much by the press. There was a travel, just a small mistake, but had that turnover not happen, a lot of teammates and a lot of space to work with.
And we know just about as good as anybody that if Alexandria can get rolling and use some of this momentum to compound their scores and really take it to the Eagles, the Tigers have a tendency to run away with things when they start to do that. Hosier top of the key, hands the ball off to Harp. Moving towards the far side of the floor. Great defense by Godfrey. Skip past Kellums. Right baseline jumper is off the mark. And the board is pulled down by Erica Newhouse. Foul on the floor against the Tigers. This one goes against Olivia Jones.
Seems to me one of the biggest reasons why Oak Hill is having the momentum and has the advantage in the game at this point is they're the quickest team in terms of getting to the ball first. Every single time a shot goes up, their coach must be telling them just rush the glass, make sure you get the rebound. At that point, we're going to have more opportunities, and that's what they're doing at this point. Good job getting to the glass. They're definitely out-rebounding the Tigers at this point.
And a great job breaking the press as well for Oak Hill. Hardman brings it across the floor, starts at the top of the key. Left side wing to Newhouse. Newhouse finds an open. Cates in the lane. Cates fouled on the shot. She won't make it, but she'll head to the stripe for 2. Foul goes against number 14 for Alexandria, Lily Harp. Her first, the second on the Tigers in the quarter. 2 shots on the way for Cates, who is perfect at the line.
Yeah, she's left-handed and really tall with the good shooting stroke. You know, that's a huge asset to have, but just underneath, when defenders play her being left-handed and having a good touch around the basket, that's something that's hard to deal with at this point.
Shaw comes in for Oak Hill. Baker back in for Alexandria. So Baker, Hosier, Jones, Harp, and Ford on the floor for the Tigers. And it is a 1-for-2 trip after the ball touches all sides of the rim. Take it up the floor. Start out with Ford in the right corner. Baker hits the deck after being tangled up with a defender. And Hardman will bring it up the floor for Oak Hill. We got another foul. This time against Olivia Jones again as she plowed through a screen. That is her second, third on Alexandria in the quarter. 5:42 left on the second quarter clock. It is a 10-6 lead for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, they're getting a little reckless on defense. I guess she was, she understood the defensive assignment there, but Alexandria's just fallen behind a little bit. Really haven't improved anything on offense in the half court.
Top of the key, Shaw. Left wing on the way. Three-pointer is no good from Godfrey. And a foul on the second chance opportunity will result in 2 free throws. Again, it's a foul against Olivia Jones. Her third and the 4th on the Lady Tigers in this quarter. Cates back at the line for 2.
Yeah, Casey's doing a good job beating them by fingertips right now. It's not like she's been dominating, but there's some plays where she's just getting the ball at the last second, able to put it up in the middle of traffic and getting these free throw opportunities. It's the difference at this point.
First shot no good for Cates, second on the way. And it is a 1-for-2 trip. It'll go around the world before it falls. Kylan McFall comes in to take Olivia Jones out of the contest.
We have 3 fouls at this point in the game. Can't keep her in. 1 more and she's in a detrimental spot of just a tic-tac foul and being out.
Hosier, only 3 points on the night so far. Well off of her almost 26 a game. Ford tries a 3 from the far side. It's no good. Ball is out of play, is last touched by Olivia Shaw of Oak Hill. So Alexandria maintains possession with nearly 3 minutes ticked by in the second quarter.
In the last 10 minutes of game action, almost 10 minutes, Alexandria only has 1 point from Kellums at the line. This would be a big shot.
McFall's three-pointer from the right side wing, well off the mark. Ball to the floor, jump ball called, and it is still Tiger basketball. So they're getting some breaks with the amount of looks that they are getting, the amount of offensive opportunities. Right now, they're just yet to capitalize on very many of them. Only 1 point scored in the second quarter for them.
Yeah, they're just running into walls, and when they try to move the ball around, they're not finding the right girl at the right time. Oak Hill's spacing is just giving them so many problems. They're not moving and deciding quick enough. It's become an issue.
McFall tries another 3. That one might have been tipped. It's well short. Ball out of play, and it is back again to Oak Hill. And I misspoke on that. Alexandria has not scored in the second quarter. It was 7-6 coming into the second. No, they have scored 1. I'm all over the place. It was 6-5. There's 2 points for Jacqueline Hosier. 11-8 as I finally got myself under control. That is just the 3rd point that has been scored for the Tigers in this quarter. It was a 6-5 lead for Oak Hill at the beginning.
Yeah, law of averages had to happen.
Cates finds it from the left side. 13-8, still a 5-point lead for the Golden Eagles, but Alexandria finally breaking the cold streak on the other end.
Yeah, it's super impressive right now to watch Oak Hill's defense. The way they're communicating once Alexandria brings it up the court. That defense is just really sound. Hosier, not an easy time getting that shot up. It almost went in. Didn't look like a good shot attempt, but besides that force right there, there's not really many open looks. As far as the clock, and the averages for this team, they're going to have to catch up and change something in this second half coming up.
Olivia Shaw charged with the foul. Hosier at the line knocks down her first. Back on the floor for Alexandria is Riley Kellums. She takes Morgan Baker out of the ball game. Second on the way for Hosier is also good. 13-10. The Tigers break double digits with less than 4 minutes left in the half. And full court press nearly pays off again, but an unfortunate string of contact. We'll give a foul to Trinity Ford. Godfrey was the one that ate that contact. That is the 5th foul against Alexandria, and it sends Godfrey to the line to shoot 2, and she looked a little uncomfortable coming up off the floor after that contact.
Yeah, it looked like her leg was kind of bent or in a bad spot when she went to the ground. Team's leading scorer on the year gets her first point of the night there at the free throw line.
Makes it a 14-10 lead for Oak Hill, and now a 15-10 lead after a 2-for-2 trip. Hosier brings the ball back up the floor. Left corner for McFall, nowhere to go, goes back up top to Harp. Right side wing now Ford. Ford pestered defensively by Hardman, who nearly takes it into the back court, and it is thrown clear across the court and out of play. McFall. Miscommunication between her and Hosier on who that pass was going to. It's another turnover for the Tigers. They trail 15-10 with 3:24 left in the second quarter to Oak Hill.
There's a lot going wrong for Alexandria. You can tell they're frustrated. Opportunities like this steal right here, they've got to capitalize on.
McFall makes up for it on the other end, leading to that steal. Hosier, right corner 3 is no good. Hart pulls down the board, and it's a foul against the Golden Eagles.
Probably a good call there. There was definitely a lot of contact. And on that play right there, Harp did a great job of battling for the ball. Kicked it out. Hosier ended up missing the 3, but they're getting a few more chances now, a few more shot attempts.
Morgan Cates takes her first foul. We got a timeout on the floor. 15-10 is the lead. Number 12 in 2A, Alexandria trailing to Oak Hill. 30 seconds and we're back after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Joining you back on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. My name is Colin Eccles, joined by Vince Reimer. It's the Alexandria Tigers, trailing 15-10 to the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. A little conference matchup inside of the Central Indiana Conference. Alexandria, 3rd place in conference standings right now. Oak Hill, 3 spaces below them at 6th. Vince, a tough start to the evening for Alexandria, down 15-10. They're the number 12 team in the state in Class 2A. And really nothing going their way so far. Pretty sloppy play to start the evening.
Yeah, haven't had a lot of points scored tonight, but a good opportunity off the inbounds. Kellums caught him sleeping, so it's a 3-point game here. Let's see if this press can do anything.
During the Christmas holiday tournament for Alexandria, Daniel and I saw Kellums kind of come to life with a few crucial buckets to bring home the championship and some hardware for the Tigers. They won their home tournament. That foul against Alexandria is the 5th, and will send Alex Myers, the junior, to the line to shoot 2. She laces her first.
That's one of the best free throw forms I've ever seen right there.
That was a pretty clean shot, make it a 16-12 lead for Oak Hill. And the second, not so lucky. Jacqueline Hosier will bring it up the other way. Hosier, long 3. No good. Loose ball is corralled by Oak Hill. That was Olivia Shaw. And now bringing it up the floor is Landry Hardman. She'll keep it in the backcourt with Newhouse, and finally Hardman takes it across. Pickpocketed by Hosier. Hosier, all by her lonesome, Dishes over to Harp, who counts the bucket. 16-14. The Tigers on a little bit of a run.
It was a great bucket by Harp. Surprised Hosier dished it off, but in good timing nonetheless.
Hardman on the right side wing hands the ball off to Newhouse. Into the right elbow to Myers, and back up top now with Hardman. Right side wing, Newhouse. At the logo, Hardman. She takes it to the near side, hands it back off to Newhouse. Now to the far side of the court to Shaw. Shaw back up top to Hardman. Left side wing. Myers, a three on the way. Off the mark. Offensive board for Olivia Shaw. At the charity stripe, trying the Euro step was Myers. She was nowhere near getting that shot off. And McFall will bring it up the other way. Hosier will take over point at the top of the key. Top of the key for the Tigers is Harp with 1.5 minutes to go in the first. Loose ball is picked up by Oak Hill. Looks like Newhouse on the far side of the floor, but she hits the deck and lands on the out-of-bounds line, so it'll be Alexandria basketball. Lucky break for the Tigers. Liz Godfrey back in for the Golden Eagles.
It was a close call right there. I couldn't tell who it was going to be a foul on, but it looks like right now is going to be the first point that we've seen slowed tempo in a while. It's been a really fast last couple of minutes of action.
Left side wing, Harp. 1:15 left before halftime. Hosier, top of the key, goes back to the left wing to Harp. Back up top, Hosier. 16-14 is the lead for Oak Hill. Three on the way, and that is a big three-point knockdown for Kylan McFall. Alexandria finally reclaims the lead after losing it at the end of the first quarter, 17-16.
It was a big shot. Oak Hill got the ball down pretty fast, though, off a Hail Mary pass. About 45 seconds, there should be a lot to work with here, but Tigers took back the lead for the first time in over a quarter now. Let's see if they can take it back with just under a minute.
Godfrey, top of the key for the Golden Eagles. Goes back up top to Hardman. 30 seconds on the clock. Left side wing, Shaw. Left baseline, drives and is stuffed on the glass, but a foul is called offensively against Oak Hill. And it goes against Morgan Cates. And that's a big mistake. We got another full 1 minute timeout taken by Alexandria. 17-6 lead, 16. The Tigers have the lead back after a long span of being down. 30 seconds, we're back after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
The Mower Shop in Fishers helps you stay safe in the snow. Come check out our full selection of Honda and Toro snowblowers. Save time and never worry about being snowed in. We carry snow thrower parts and accessories with super fast shipping. Just need maintenance or repairs? We offer that too, and we'll even deliver to you. Visit us at the Mower Shop. Family owned for more than 20 years. We're just west of State Road 37 in Fishers, or shop online at themowershop.com.
Joining you back live from Alexandria Monroe High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. It's Colin Nichols and Vince Reimer in the booth bringing you this matchup of the Alexandria Lady Tigers, the number 12 team in Class 2A, against the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. Alexandria reclaiming the lead 17-16 after being down since pretty late in that first quarter. Vince, you were talking to me during the break. The Tigers didn't end the first quarter very strong, and it seems like the tables have turned a little bit, and they've kind of got the upper hand going into halftime.
Yeah, they've pretty much changed the script in terms of how the quarter is going to end here. They were down 2 going into the second, now going into halftime, up by a point, looking to do a little more damage.
15 seconds before that halftime buzzer. Hosier moves to the near side, passes off to Ford. Ford moves back up top, 5 seconds on the clock. Harp, left wing, drives, finds McFall, far side, 3 on the way at the buzzer is short. It's a 17-16 score headed into halftime. Low scoring affair at Alexandria High School on senior night. The Tigers still leading Oak Hill 17-16. We'll take a couple minutes off, get our totals totaled up, and go over some halftime stats with you here in just a couple of moments. Stay tuned in. That's what's coming up next on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Skip the gym membership and diet resolutions in 2024.
And make a resolution you'll want to keep for years to come.
Invest in your comfort this new year with a brand new heating and cooling system from Peterman Brothers.
And save some money too with up to $5,000 cash back.
Or 0% financing for 36 months.
Start the new year in style and comfort.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner.
And I'm Christy Calderon.
At Warner Financial, our vision is to redefine what it means to partner with a financial institution.
We bring together expertise and dedication with a relentless focus on your financial success.
Our drive is to create a strategy that aligns your unique goals by crafting tailored financial solutions to guide you through life's milestones.
Together, we'll navigate the complexities and turn financial challenges into opportunities.
Reach out today for a no-cost consultation and experience the difference of partnering with Warner Financial.
A little bit of halftime fun going on inside of the jungle on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Some third and fourth grade girls basketball action. While we have a break from some varsity girls action. Colin Eccles and Vince Reimer on the call for you this evening. Alexandria trails leads 17-16 over Oak Hill on senior night. Pretty slow start to the evening. As always, this broadcast driven to you by Greg Hubler Ford. Your starting lineups powered by Warner Financial. Halftime stats. No one really jumping out just yet for the Tigers or Oak Hill. Pretty low scoring affair all around. Pretty low performance total as well for Jacqueline Hosier. Just 7 points. Still well off the mark from that roughly 26 a game.
Yeah, it's a pretty low scoring night for her overall. But overall, this team has gotten back into the game. They were down 4 or 5 the entire quarter and then took a 1-point lead off of that big three-pointer by McFall. But at the same time, Oak Hill's played really well. They're going to absolutely be in this thing at the end of the game and to possibly win it. We thought that Alexandria was going to have a little bit easier of a time and lead most of the way tonight, but that's just not the case. The height from Oak Hill has been a huge factor. And, you know, players like Cates, Godfrey, Trexler, and Shaw have been a big impact. They're beating the press pretty well. The biggest thing to me is just their defense. They're not letting Alexandria get any half-court offense. So really most of the points have been off of three-point launches and transition opportunity.
Yeah, the transition opportunity, to say the least, has not been there very often for Alexandria. When they have had the opportunity, Hosier's done a pretty good job. She took it herself one time, dished it off to Harp on the other. And the Tigers, towards the end of that second quarter, looked to have a little more life to them. Didn't seem as flat on the offensive side of the ball. But I got to say, I think the biggest dagger for both of these teams right now that's really been holding both of them back has just been the turnovers, the sloppy play. I really don't think I've seen 2 clean offensive possessions in a row for either side.
Yeah, it's difficult because it's not just the press. It's going inside. It's fouls, too. A lot of fouls inside. So besides the turnovers, there's just a lot of sloppy play. It's difficult to get any open shot. You saw a lot of long possessions there, but we had about a 4-minute stretch with no points in the second quarter, which is shocking. Alexandria is a pretty high-scoring team on an average night here, but it's senior night. Oak Hill's coming to get a big road victory here and, you know, make a statement for the end of their season.
And it's a pretty crucial statement as well for Oak Hill, sitting a couple spots back from Alexandria. 2-4 in the Central Indiana Conference is Oak Hill's record. Alexandria 3-2. So you've got an opportunity to possibly knock Alexandria down a couple spots and bump yourself up a couple spots as well. Very competitive matchup. And I think another factor that's playing into this is we're used to seeing Jacqueline Hosier kind of run the floor by herself for Alexandria. She's pretty much been locked down the entire night, especially with some tough-nosed defense from Liz Godfrey for the Golden Eagles, who's done a great job at holding Hosier at bay. But she's kind of adapted and started to spread the ball around the floor a little more. Like you said, the big three-pointer from McFall to retake the lead for the Tigers. You've also had some good action from Lily Harp, who's got a couple points on the board so far. And rounding out the points on the board right now with the 5 that ended the second quarter was Riley Kellums, who also has 3. Spreading the ball, using those players in transition and spacing the floor, I think has really made a difference towards the end of that second quarter for Hosier and the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. This team's been really consistent all year long. In this second half, there's going to have to be a lot of help, though. Kate's inside is, rebounding at will. They're going to have to do a better job of rebounding to really assert themselves and get a big lead here, because that's the thing that really made Oak Hill a difference maker at the end of the first quarter. They were rebounding better, then their defense was starting to really impact everything the Tigers did in the half court. So those two things are going to be huge here, cutting down on turnovers and then rebounding for Alexandria.
Fouls also playing a big role. Alexandria getting into some pretty big foul trouble. Olivia Jones exited in that second quarter with 3 fouls. In both quarters so far, the Tigers have made it to a team total of 5, putting Oak Hill in the bonus for the remainder of each of those quarters. When you cut down on those, do you think that gives an extra edge to Alexandria as well? Because Oak Hill has scored a lot of their points from the line. Like you said, Morgan Cates, 3 for 4 at the line right now. I believe she's been shooting relatively well from the stripe.
Yeah, I think it's interesting just because most of the points from Oak Hill have come at the free throw line, and then most of the points for Alexandria have been transition opportunities. So something's got to give. I think really whoever has the best half, decision-making, cutting down on turnovers, but at the same time just converting in the half court. We didn't see much of it, only a few field goals on both sides here. So whoever's going to take advantage of just being good decision-makers in a connected team is going to win this second half.
It's been a pretty even rotation for the Golden Eagles. You've seen pretty much the same 5 on the floor for a lot of this. Newhouse, Shaw, Hardman, Godfrey, and Cates have been out there pretty much the entire time. For Alexandria, one player I noticed left in the first quarter and has not returned just yet. That is senior Peyton Pulley. She hasn't seen a lot of action tonight since getting the start. She got pulled for Olivia Jones early in that first quarter. Not sure as to why, but definitely would be a big key to have back for the Lady Tigers in this second half to get a little bit of a spark under the team, light a fire, and get them back on that momentum trend that we're used to seeing from them.
Yeah, she was really aggressive on the perimeter, did a good job helping enforce the press that they always have on their team. So at the same time, a good shooter. Pulley made a big impact this regular season, so it's going to hurt not having her throughout the rest of the postseason if she is out.
Just under 3 minutes to go at halftime. 17-16 is the lead for the number 12 Alexandria Lady Tigers over the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. We'll take another couple-minute break. Be back for your second half. Starting lineups powered by Werner Financial. And then we'll get you into that third quarter action coming up right after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
The Mower Shop in Fishers helps you stay safe in the snow. Come check out our full selection of Honda and Toro snowblowers. Save time and never worry about being snowed in. We carry snow thrower parts and accessories with super fast shipping. Just need maintenance or repairs? We offer that too, and we'll even deliver to you. Visit us at the Mower Shop. Family owned for more than 20 years. We're just west of State Road 37 in Fishers, or shop online at themowershop.com.
Skip the gym membership and diet resolutions in 2024.
And make a resolution you'll want to keep for years to come.
Invest in your comfort this new year with a brand new heating and cooling system from Peterman Brothers.
And save some money too with up to $5,000 cash back.
Or 0% financing for 36 months.
Start the new year in style and comfort.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com. Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Start of the third quarter on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. 17-16 is the lead for Alexandria over Oak Hill in this edition of Indiana High School Girls Basketball. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer in the booth bringing you the action this evening. We'll get you into those second half starting lineups, which are very similar to the first half starting lineups powered by Werner Financial. For Oak Hill on the floor, looks like right now is Newhouse, Shaw, Hardman, Godfrey, and Cates on the floor. For Alexandria, it's Harp, Hosier, Kellums, McFall, and Jones. And we got a quick foul by Riley Kellums of Alexandria. It is a shooting foul, and it will send number 31, Lydia Trexler, to the line to shoot two. So a little correction on the floor. Morgan Cates is not in the starting lineup for Oak Hill.
Yeah, it was a tough start right there. Foul 10 seconds into the half. But Trexler misses that first. Connects. Oh, rimmed off on the second. No points that trip.
17-16 still your score. McFall tries a three near side corner for Alexandria, and she buries her second of the night. And that is a big three-pointer coming out of halftime for the Lady Tigers. They'll go with some quick pressure.
Her 2 threes were huge momentum swings right there. The last field goals for the Tigers now puts them up 4 points early in the third quarter.
On the right side wing, it's Newhouse for the Golden Eagles. Up top to Hardman. Back to the right wing again to Newhouse. Newhouse goes baseline to Trexler, and it's a skip pass back to the top of the key to Godfrey. Stop and pop at the free throw line. Too strong, gets wedged between the rim and the glass, and it's coming up the other way with Lily Harp. Harp to the far side wing. Comes back to the top of the arc and passes the ball off to Hosier. Hosier stutter steps and backs her way out to the logo. Moving to the right side wing. Hands the ball off to McFall. McFall down towards the right corner. Reverse the floor. Ball is out of play, and it's going to be last touch by Oak Hill. Looks like Hardman got a hand on that one, pushing it out of play.
Yeah, it was real tough to see who was going to maintain possession. Another three-point attempt by McFall. She's real trigger happy right now, but great rebound by Harp.
And the rebound from Harp pays off. She gets the assist as Kellums puts the floater through. 22-16. 5-point run for Alexandria coming out of the half. And ball is out of play. It is last touched by the Tigers. And the coaching staff for Alexandria not happy with that call.
Yeah, that was a tough break right there. The entire crowd had a really big reaction to that one. But the story right now is just Alexandria taking advantage of the little lead. Now a 6-point lead, outscoring them 5-0 in the quarter.
Top of the key, it's Hardman. Hardman coming back towards the left side wing, splits the defense, goes into the lane, passes off to Trexler, and Trexler's fouled. We'll go back to the free throw line for the second time this quarter. Foul on Lily Harp. That is her third, and the second on the Tigers in the quarter. That's another key piece of this Alexandria offense that you don't want in foul trouble this early in the contest.
Yeah, this is the largest lead of the game. Now cuts it down back to 5, which previously largest lead. So it's been a close battle. You're just going to need at this point to fight back and make sure to slow your possessions down. You got to get some points out there and keep messing Alexandria up and forcing turnovers like you had in the first half.
Morgan Baker checks back in and takes Lily Harp out of the game. It is a 1-for-2 trip. Hosier pulls down the board. 22-17 is your score. Hosier starts out at the free throw line, is pickpocketed, and Godfrey has it. 3-on-1 headed the other way for the Eagles. Godfrey jammed off the rim. Second chance bucket by Erica Newhouse falls through. 22-19 now. Still a lead for the Lady Tigers with 5:44 left in the third quarter.
It's going to be a game here. That's 3 straight points for Oak Hill off a steal, too. Transition opportunity, but that's the girl you can't leave open in the corner. Big game tonight for McFall.
Her third 3 of the night, 25-19. Alexandria reclaims the lead. Hosier with the steal off full court press. Takes it to the floor. Jump ball called. And Alexandria keeps the offensive possession. And we've got a timeout taken by Oak Hill. Head coach Carrie Barkham calls a 30-second timeout. 5:20 left in the third. 25-19 is your score. Coach Hosier is visibly frustrated and flustered down in the huddle. Feels like his girls are getting stripped of some calls that they should be having.
Yeah, at this point, they got a 6-point lead and are looking good, but there's just a few little things that haven't been tied up in order for them to make a big run and take control of the game here. So he's at that point where he can feel it. You know, he can taste the victory a little way down the road. Just a few mistakes that they need to stop making in order to do so.
Well, we do have a break in the action. As always, this broadcast is driven to you by Greg Hubler Ford. Your starting lineups for the night were powered by Werner Financial. To the top of the key, off the inbound, a quick foul. Abby Gaines hauls in the pass. The foul goes against number 3, Erica Newhouse for Oak Hill. That is her second foul, first of the quarter for the Golden Eagles. Hosier takes the ball back out and goes to the top of the key to McFall. Left side wing, Hosier. Pump fakes the 3. Ball batted into the backcourt by Hardman. Loose ball will go out of play, and it stays with Alexandria. Hardman was the last one to get the touch.
Yeah, it was a tough fight for the ball. Newhouse did everything she could in order to get the ball back for the Golden Eagles, but 3 minutes into this half, it's been a really aggressive, tough go for both teams, but the Tigers have taken a big command here, scored 8 points to start the third quarter and build on their 1-point lead they had at halftime.
Newhouse comes out, Cates comes in for Oak Hill. Hosier up the floor for Alexandria, starts out at the top of the key, gets a screen from Baker, starts out on the left side wing. Stop and pop, floater goes through from the left side just outside the block. 27-19. The Tigers starting to open a little bit of a gap here about halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, Hosier seems to be simplifying it now, just not thinking too much. Right into the lane, a little drop shot, and that goes.
Travel called against Morgan Cates as the tough defense from the Tigers starts to get the Golden Eagles back on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, she was just trying to keep the ball away from the defenders. Didn't get rid of it, though, when she left her feet. So another turnover. Starting to get a little flustered and worried about this score lead that Tigers are building up on them.
Hosier, right side wing for the Tigers. Reverse of the floor goes left side wing. Nowhere to go inside the lane. Kicks out McFall right corner. Passes up the 3, goes back up top to Hosier. Hosier, guarded by Godfrey, the 2 top scorers for each team on the floor. Top of the key, it's Baker. Baker tries to find Gaines on the right elbow. It's taken away by Hardman. Hardman up the floor is fouled on the shot by Morgan Baker. She'll head to the stripe to shoot 2.
Yeah, it was a tough foul right there. A lot of aggressive plays the last couple of minutes of action. At the free throw line now is going to be Hardman. He's had a couple shot attempts tonight, just haven't had anything go through.
First shot at the line, no good for Hardman.
3:55 left in the third quarter, but the lead at 8 points now, largest of the game. So Oak Hill's going to have to start cutting that down. They've looked pretty solid tonight, but starting to let it slip away a bit.
1-for-2 trip at the line for Hardman. Kellums checks back in for Alexandria and makes an instant impact. Good vision from Jacqueline Hosier, and Kellums brings it back to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, the press is starting to be a little more effective now. They've been running so much, that time it looked like they just went back, maybe a little tired.
Right side wing for the Eagles is Godfrey. Up top to Hardman, weaving her way through traffic and can't finish at the rim. Foul is called, and it'll be Oak Hill basketball still. The foul goes against Riley Kellums, her second, fourth on the team with 3.5 minutes left in the third. 5 on the floor for Alexandria is McFall, Kellums, Baker, Hosier, and Jones. Shaw with the inbound pass to Kate's top of the key. She'll hand off to Hardman. Those three joined on the floor by Trexler and Godfrey. Trexler, right block, can't handle the initial pass, kicks out Shaw, deep two from the right corner, and she nails it. 29-22, just a 7-point lead now for Alexandria with 3 minutes to go in the third.
That was an important possession. They almost didn't get another shot attempt, but a good second chance basket. Three-pointer missing, a nice steal there, going
Shaw,
all the way.
One-on-one, fouled by McFall on the other end. And now Shaw has 2 shots coming at the line. That's McFall's second, 5th against Alexandria in the quarter. They have reached 5 fouls in every single one of these first 3 quarters.
Yeah, it's a tough go. Both teams hacking a lot, but Alexandria's been putting Oak Hill at the line a bunch tonight. Shaw's really one of these great utility players that does a lot of things well out there, can handle the ball, can rebound, gets the free throw to go. So they're creeping back into it now. 8-point lead goes down to 6. 9-point lead they had. See if she can cut it further.
And it is a 1-for-2 trip. Hosier with the board. Hosier moving up the floor, finishes with the left. 31-23. Hosier now in double digits with 11. Quickly up the floor for Oak Hill is Shaw after breaking the full court press. Finds Hardman. Hardman, skip pass, taken away though by Hosier. Hosier 1-on-2 with Jones, and Hosier's fouled and will go to the stripe for 2. Foul goes against Landry Hardman. Her second on the team in the quarter.
Yeah, it was a good job putting that shot up and collecting it. Almost didn't get the ball in her hands before she went out of bounds, but Hosier's starting to take over, has a few points this quarter, both in transition and behind the line here. First free throw good.
Hosier knocks down the first. Subs being made again for Oak Hill. Erica Newhouse comes in for Olivia Shaw. Morgan Cates will take a seat. In for her is Alex Myers. Second shot on the way for Hosier is also good. 33-23, the first double-digit lead of the night. Hosier now has 13 on the evening. And a good job and a lucky job by Oak Hill to get it across half court away from the full court press.
That was dangerous, a really fast bullet pass riding off the inbound. They were able to gather it up though, but then another sloppy pass down by the baseline. They just got to really slow things down and get it together. There's no reason to rush. Still 10 total minutes of action.
The offense for Oak Hill seems to be not all quite on the same page as they turn the ball over again with 2:07 left in the third. 33-23, Alexandria leading Oak Hill. Right elbow is Kellums. She gets the ball off to Jones. Jones tries to hand it back to Kellums. It's loose on the floor. And now back out to Hosier. Hosier 3 on the way, and she buries it. 36-23. Alexandria starting to open things up again in the third quarter with less than 2 minutes to go. On the other end, Hardman throws up a ill-advised shot. Loose ball is picked up by Godfrey. Her jumper no good. Loose ball is taken by Hosier. And taken right back by Hardman. Hardman charged with a foul.
That was a tough fall right there. Newhouse is going to try to stay in the game, but that was a tough fall on the bleachers. Looks like she might, though.
Third foul against Hardman. Team's third in the quarter for Oak Hill with 1:28. It's a 36-23 lead for Alexandria.
Hosier's really started to take over in the third quarter here, propelled the lead all the way to 13 points. It's crazy to think they had 17 at half.
McFall 3 on the way, hits the rim a couple times, won't go, but Hosier comes up with an offensive board. 2 for $1 for McFall. She can't knock down the second, and a travel's called as Godfrey pulls in the board and then hits the hardwood. Sub again. Olivia Shaw checks in. Erica Newhouse checks out. And we've got a timeout on the floor called for Alexandria. Full 1 minute. We'll take a break of our own. 36-23. Alexandria leads with 1:08 left in the third over Oak Hill on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Back inside the jungle at IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. 36-23 is your score. Alexandria leads Oak Hill in the late goings of the third quarter. 1:08 left on the game clock. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer in the booth. This broadcast is always driven to you by Greg Hubler Ford. Finally, some continuity from the offense of Alexandria, something that we're used to seeing from the former top 10 team in the state for 2A. They're now 12th on the board for the 2A class. Still a formidable opponent for anybody that takes the hardwood against them. Baker takes the ball out for the Tigers. We'll find Hosier at the top of the arc, guarded by Godfrey. Hosier starts her move to the left side in the lane, kicks out Jones, passes up the three, goes right corner McFall. McFall back to Jones near half court. It's loose in the backcourt, picked up by Hardman, and Hardman scores two. 36-25. Hosier quickly back the other way, fouled on the shot, and she fought through a lot of contact on that drive.
And some of these fouls getting pretty hard, but on the other end there, that was an extremely smooth steal and lay-in by Landry Hardman. Did a good job of cutting the lead to 11, but Hosier is just having her way this third quarter. She has 16 points on the night, looking for two more here.
And she laces the first free throw, 37-25, back to a 12-point lead. The last foul goes against Morgan Cates, her third, fourth on the team for Oak Hill. 41 seconds left in the third quarter, and it's a 2-for-2 trip for Jacqueline Hosier, 38-25, the lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, really big job going to the hoop and converting on free throws. She's been to the line several times tonight. Very reliable shooter late in the game.
Top of the key, Hardman for Oak Hill. Starts her move to the right side of the paint, and Morgan Baker, I believe, is going to be charged with a foul for Alexandria. She will be. That is the fifth against the Tigers. That is her third on the evening, so it'll send Landry Hardman, the freshman, to the line to shoot two. Just 3 points on the board for her so far, and make that her fourth. 38-26, still a 12-point lead for Alexandria with 26.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Second shot of the way, rattles in, but will not fall. And it's headed up the other way slowly with Jacqueline Hosier.
Yeah, Alexandria's done a great job this third quarter, taking command, scored all of about 21 points this third quarter. Complete turnaround, didn't really worry about the clock or what Oak Hill was doing to them, and took their time here.
Hosier going to work, 5 seconds on the clock. Kicks out McFall, three on the way. That one might have been tipped by Shaw and headed into the fourth. Your score, 38-26. Number 12, Alexandria, still in front by 12 over Oak Hill. Quick break, and we're back to start this fourth quarter right after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Skip the gym membership and diet resolutions in 2024.
And make a resolution you'll want to keep for years to come.
Invest in your comfort this new year with a brand new heating and cooling system from Peterman Brothers.
And save some money too with up to $5,000 cash back.
Or 0% financing for 36 months.
Start the new year in style and comfort.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
It's the start of a big fourth quarter at Alexandria High School as the number 12 Alexandria Tigers lead the Oak Hill Golden Eagles in a conference matchup 38-26 on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer in the booth. We'll get you down to the floor and straight into the action. Senior night for Alexandria as well. So a win here to send your seniors off in style is always the goal. Hardman on the far side wing for Oak Hill. Tries to go down to the right block to Trexler. Can't handle the pass. And that's a turnover for the Golden Eagles 20 seconds into the fourth. Hosier brings it up the floor for the Tigers, joined on the floor by Harp, Ford, Kellums, and Jones. On the floor for Oak Hill is Shaw, Trexler, Godfrey, Hardman, and Cates. Far side holding the ball is Harp. Starts to feel some pressure, moves towards the logo, and that's a foul against Landry Hardman. Her fourth and the first of the quarter for Oak Hill.
Yeah, it may have been a foul there, but she did a good job overall of getting the ball and, getting close to getting away with the no call. But Alexandria maintaining possession here, got a big lead going into the fourth quarter. Had a huge third quarter in terms of one of the biggest turnarounds we've seen from any team coming out of half.
Landry Hardman will take a seat. Checking in for her is Newhouse for Oak Hill. Harp at the top of the key. Goes right side wing to Hosier. And Hosier will tread the arc and move back towards the top. Goes back to the right wing to Ford. Now to Kellums on the right baseline. All the way across the floor to Harp, left side wing. And I think it's come down to clock chewing time for the Tigers. Chew a lot of clock and score when there's a perfect opportunity. Hosier in the left corner. Tries to drive and draws the foul against Morgan Cates. And I believe that is only her fourth and the team's second. Coming back in for Oak Hill is Alex Myers, taking a seat as Morgan Cates. Thought for a second that might be her fifth of the evening.
Yeah, they got a lot of good rotation players in terms of girls who can play multiple positions and, switch on defense. But Alexandria, like you said, they're chewing a lot of clock now, making sure that they're able to dish it off and, just move the ball, basically. This is a good sign, but Ford right there got kind of tangled up right there and just ended up traveling with it.
She's called for the carry. Kylan McFall will come back in and send Ford to the bench. Still no sign of Peyton Pulley on the floor. I did see her come out with a brace on her shooting hand, which presumably would have something to do with that. We won't speculate too much on why she wasn't back on the floor, but she did get the start on senior night. Good to see Coach Hosier making sure she still gets some spotlight on the floor. She's an instrumental part of this team in keeping the energy high. Big fight for the loose ball. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. Lily Harp comes up with it, and Hosier will call a timeout to keep the ball in Alexandria possession. So 32nd will keep it here. Less than 6 minutes to go in this ball game. 38-26 is the score. Alexandria still leading Oak Hill. That was a chaotic string of events.
Yeah, that's what you want to see right there. That breaks all the the common sayings of, you're not trying hard enough, or at the end of the game, once the score gets to a certain point, it's over. They were fighting for the ball real hard, and even though they have a big lead, no signs of effort slipping away from the Tigers.
38-26 as we come out of the timeout. 5:55 is the exact time left on the game clock in the fourth. To finish out the year for Alexandria, they just have one more matchup. It will be on the road. It's at Madison Grant for their final conference matchup of the year. Madison Grant 1-4, second from the bottom of the conference in the Central Indiana, just above Elwood. For Oak Hill, on the other hand, they wrap up their conference schedule tonight against Alexandria. Their next matchup will be in a few days on the 23rd against Greentown. That one will be at home for Oak Hill. Alexandria, like I said, on the road on the 25th against Madison Grant to finish out the conference schedule. McFall, right corner three. She's fouled, so she won't get to knock it down in game, but she'll get to knock it down at the free throw line. She's already hit 3 of them tonight, and 2 of them were pretty crucial. One to retake the lead for Alexandria right before halftime. They never looked back after that, by the way. So McFall's 3, the tide turner for the Tigers tonight, and then she has another one to blow it wide open. But she won't make the first free throw. Still a 38-26 score.
Second free throw would get her into double digits and make her the second lady tonight to do so other than Jacqueline Hosier.
Hosier with just 18, a little bit of an off night for the top scorer in 2A. McFall knocks down her second and will check off her 10th point of the night. McFall, one more on the way, and that one's a little wide left, but Hosier comes up with an offensive board. 5.5 minutes left in the fourth, and it is a 39-26 lead for Alexandria.
They're doing an outstanding job of getting rebounds in order to just keep time of possession. They've controlled the ball about 80% of this quarter, so they've done a good job of just not letting Oak Hill get any chances. You know, usually at this point, you just limit three-point opportunities, don't let them get back in the game that way. So no chances to really do that in the fourth quarter for Oak Hill.
Harp draws a foul against Erica Newhouse, her third, and the team's fourth. Here's some more subs. Morgan Baker will come in for Alexandria. Alex Myers takes a seat for Oak Hill. Checking in for her is Cora Pond, a freshman, coming in for the first time tonight. Off the inbound, Hosier will take over in the backcourt. Less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Hosier, stop and pop from the right elbow, has some contact, won't get a foul call, and Newhouse will bring it up the other way for Oak Hill. And there's a warning against Alexandria's bench. Coach Hosier has been animated all night tonight about some calls that he believes should have gone in his favor, or in his team's favor rather. So there will be a warning issued to him. 4:40 left on the fourth quarter clock. 39-26 is the lead for the Lady Tigers. Newhouse tries to drive inside, gets the pass off to Trexler. Loose ball is picked back up by Godfrey. At the free throw line, it's Pond. And it's a skip pass over to the right side wing to Godfrey. Back up top to Pond, who finds Shaw right elbow. Out to Godfrey, right wing, 3 on the way, and she drains it. 39-29. Now just a 10-point lead for Alexandria.
That's a big shot, you know, puts this game still into striking distance. If they're able to get a few big stops here, knock down their free throws, coming down the stretch, they definitely have a chance still.
Far side, it's Harp. And there's another foul. This time against Godfrey. That's the 5th on the team. And Harp will head to the line to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, they're going to need a little help with some free throw misses by the Tigers and getting to the line themselves and converting. So it's going to be both sides that they're going to need some lucky things to happen. First free throw is good for Hart.
Jones back in for Morgan Baker on the side of Alexandria. Harp, like you said, made her first. Here comes her second. And it is no good. So an 11-point lead, and Hosier is going to be called for. Will strip the ball originally from Newhouse on the rebound. And the foul goes against Newhouse and will send Hosier to the line. So Hosier had possession. Newhouse makes contact on the wrist, picks up her 4th foul, and sends Hosier back to the line for some bonus free throws.
Yeah, as if she hasn't been enough at the line tonight, only missing 1 attempt so far. It's a chance to extend the game to a 12-point lead again. Just under 4 minutes to go in tonight's action.
Hosier knocks down the first, 41-29. 11-point lead. 12-point lead. Second on the way is also good. 13-point lead, 42-29, less than 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Alexandria keeping Oak Hill at bay. And the Golden Eagles will break the press. Shaw takes it across half court and finds Newhouse top of the key. Newhouse, little skip past three-man weave action at the top for the Golden Eagles. Newhouse keeps it, goes right side wing again. Godfrey three on the way, and that's back-to-back threes for Liz Godfrey. Lead is back down to 10, 42-32 with 3:20 left in the fourth. Hosier dishes to Kellums, right baseline, missed opportunity. Hosier, second chance bucket from the right side, block scores. 44-32. She is incredible down low.
Yeah, she's able to do a lot more than scoring. She was just really heady, knowing where the ball was going, and went up strong for the rebound. Looks like there's going to be a foul close to a tie-up, and Jones is going to be the one going to the line.
The foul goes against Newhouse, her fifth, so her evening is done. Hardman will come back in to take her place. And that whole sequence, the turnover was originally forced by Hosier, who got a hand in on the pass and knocked it away from Oak Hill. Jones comes down with it, fouled hard. She's at the line to shoot two. And her first shot will fall. You can always take a good lucky hop when you can take it. Second on the way, not so lucky. Looks like we got a foul against Alexandria. It's on McFall. I believe she got an elbow into her defender while she was trying to box out. Still full court press from Alexandria. They lead by 13, 2:50 on the fourth quarter clock. Ball on the floor, jump ball called. Alexandria basketball with 2:49 left in the fourth. (45-32) is the score. Timeout called by Oak Hill. It's a full 1 minute. We'll take a quick 1 minute break of our own. Back for more coming up right after this on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com. Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Back to the action in the fourth quarter at Alexandria Monroe High School and IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. 45-32 is your score. Alexandria leads Oak Hill with 2:35 left in the fourth quarter, and that is a big miscue. Ball is out of play. Harp and Kellums had a little bit of a miscommunication. Colin Eccles, Vince Reimer in the booth for you all this evening. Oak Hill basketball. 5 on the floor for Oak Hill is Hardman, Shaw, Godfrey, Trexler, and the newly checked in Pond. For Alexandria, it's Hosier, McFall, Harp, Jones, and Kellums. The Tigers playing keep away now, nearing the 2 minute mark in the fourth. Harp drives in right baseline, finds Kellums, left block, and Kellums scores it. 47-32. 15 points is the lead for the number 12 team in the state for Class 2A.
It's another good bucket underneath, right off the fingertips of Kellum. Didn't have a lot of room to work with, but converts another layup underneath.
Pond finds Trexler right block, and Trexler scores 2 off the window. 47-34 the score now with 1:37 left in the fourth. Hosier with possession offensively for Alexandria, hands the ball off to Harp. Harp driving right baseline, she's fouled. To the stripe for two is Lily Harp. Foul goes against Liz Godfrey. That is her second. Oak Hill already in the bonus, or has already put Alexandria in the bonus, rather. Harp at the line shooting two. Her first, no good. 1:27 left in the fourth. 47-34 is your score. Alexandria leads. And there is a second good one at the line for Harp. 48-34 your score now.
Yeah, it seems like at the end of every game, even though in blowouts they hold the ball most of the time, in ladies basketball we see at the end of the game they definitely still go after it, just like that, still trying to get their kicks in, making sure they leave everything out there and get their last bit of stats on the night.
Jump ball called as a slew of players were fighting over it on the floor. Morgan Baker comes back in and takes Riley Kellums out. And coming back in since the start of for the first time since the start of the first quarter is Peyton Pulley. She will take Olivia Jones out of the contest.
Yeah, nice to see her get in. It's clearly something wrong with her hand there. So to play the entire length of the game, probably not the smartest thing for her at this point, but still able to get out there and be a contributor on senior night.
Hosier with a steal off the inbound, has the runner, and it banks off the window and through. 50-34. We've hit the 1 minute mark, and she has had a very quiet second half, but is up to 24 points, just two shy of her average on the year.
Yeah, for having a night where you hit your scoring average, but in the most quiet way possible, you have to think that's an accomplishment. It didn't look like it was going to go that way. She only had 7 points at the half. So we see a little reach-in foul there on Pulley.
Pulley picks up a quick foul after checking in the fourth. Her first, team's second in the quarter. Got to say, a much better quarter in keeping the fouls under control for Alexandria. They put Oak Hill in the bonus in each of the first three quarters, but in this fourth quarter have kept themselves out of foul trouble. 40 seconds left. Alexandria leading 50-34 over Oak Hill. And Oak Hill's last matchup in the Central Indiana Conference this season. One more coming up for Alexandria. They'll be at Madison Grant on the 25th. Hardman, foul called. It will go against Hosier. Ball stays with Oak Hill.
They're going to take it out of bounds here. Likely, one more shot attempt, and then this one looks to be all but over at this point. 16-point lead for the Tigers.
Some more subs. Brinley Humphreys in for Alexandria. Also in for Alexandria is Stella Griffin. They will take Peyton Pulley and Morgan Baker out for the final time in front of a home crowd inside the jungle of Alexandria Monroe High School. Hardman will work it up the floor for Oak Hill. Finds Godfrey, left corner three is no good. Shaw comes up with the board. 3 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds, one. And there will be no shot at the buzzer. 50-34. The number 12 team in the state for 2A. Alexandria improves to 17-4 on the year. Moves up to a 4-2 record in the Central Indiana Conference. Oak Hill will go down to 500 at 10-10 and will drop to a 2-5 record in conference play. Quick break. We'll be back for some post-game recaps and more after that, coming up on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Skip the gym membership and diet resolutions in 2024.
And make a resolution you'll want to keep for years to come.
Invest in your comfort this new year with a brand new heating and cooling system from Peterman Brothers.
And save some money too with up to $5,000 cash back.
Or 0% financing for 36 months.
Start the new year in style and comfort.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Your final score, Alexandria 50, Oak Hill 34 on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. The number 12 team in the state for Class 2A, Alexandria, escapes Oak Hill in a Central Indiana Conference matchup. Will improve to 17-4 on the year. Oak Hill drops to 10-10. Big performance again by Jacqueline Hosier, just 2 points shy of her season average of just under 26 at 25.9 points per game. She snuck in there with 24. A very quiet second half for her. She does a job and helps her team escape and stay ranked inside of the top 15. Other good notable performances tonight. Riley Kellums finishes with 9. Kylan McFall, 3 3-pointers. One to give the lead back to Alexandria in the first half, headed into halftime, and another to open things wide up to a double digit. She knocked down one more after that and a free throw to make her the only other double-digit scorer for Alexandria. Lily Harp comes up with 5 for the Tigers. Olivia Jones knocks down 1. For Oak Hill, tough night for the Golden Eagles. Their leading scorer, who averages 10 a game, Liz Godfrey, finishes with 8, just a couple under her season average. It'll be a 6-point total for Morgan Gates. Lydia Trexler also finishes with 6. Olivia Shaw with 5. Erica Newhouse with 4. Landry Hardman with 4. And Alex Myers with 1. Pretty even scoring across the board for both sides relative to each team. Obviously, Hosier the standout with 24 points. And a big congratulations on senior night to seniors Morgan Baker and Peyton Pulley for Alexandria. Their last time suiting up in front of a home crowd inside the jungle of Alexandria High School. Alexandria will be back in action on the 25th to round out their Central Indiana Conference schedule at Madison Grant. That game tips off at 7:30. For Oak Hill, on the other hand, their Central Indiana Conference schedule is finished. They'll wrap up their regular season on the 23rd at home against Eastern at 7:30 as well. Alexandria, like I said, improves to 17-4 on the year. Oak Hill falls to 10-10. The Central Indiana Conference standings, Alexandria up to 4-2 on the season. Oak Hill will drop back to 2-5. Thanks for listening to another broadcast of Indiana High School girls basketball on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. As always, this broadcast was driven to you by Greg Hubler Ford. Your starting lineups powered by Werner Financial. Before our next broadcast, make sure you follow us on X at INDHS Sports and Instagram at IndianaHighSchoolSports.com for highlight reel clips and post-game interviews with coaches and players from all around the state of Indiana, Indianapolis, and Muncie areas specifically. And also head to our website, IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, where you can click on the Muncie area or the Indianapolis area at the top of the page. Scan the QR code on the right side of your screen for live text updates so you don't miss a beat when your favorite team scores around the state. If you can't be at the game, you can also read game recaps and player spotlight performances on our website as well from games played the night prior. Thanks again for listening to another broadcast of Indiana High School girls basketball. Once again, Alexandria finishes with a win, 50-34 over Oak Hill, and remains ranked in the top 15 in the state of Indiana. For Vince Reimer, my name is Colin Eccles, signing off and saying thank you and good night from Alexandria High School and IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Tonight's ballgame on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com has been driven by Greg Hubler Ford and built by Universal Roofing, and brought to you by Peterman Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning, by Werner Financial, Genesis Sports Performance, and by The Mower Shop. This has been a presentation of IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.